This morning on Today's Relationships, the pitfalls of marriage. Every couple experiences the highs and lows, but as the years tick by, avoiding the bumps can become more and more difficult. Linda Fears is the editor-in-chief of Family Circle magazine, which addresses this topic in this month's issue. And sometimes we have to change to see the marriage change, right, Linda?
Right, and it's more of a mental change in some ways, because if everything you've been doing is not working thus far, then maybe you need to say, you know, how important is it to me to win this fight? How important is it to me to be right? Do I want to be right or do I want to be happy?
Actually, we teamed up with Family Circle to survey parents on what they thought their teens were doing. And actually, when it comes down to their knowledge of their teenagers and the sex that they may be happening, the results were absolutely shocking. So I've got some of the results here.
Most of us believe a salad is a healthy meal choice, but beware, that's not always the case after we stuff it with all the wrong ingredients and drown it in dressing. And there is a better way to build a salad. Here to show us how it's done is Regina Rigoni, registered dietitian and food director of Family Circle magazine.
I wanted to show people what you should really focus on and what you should maybe go light on.
My next guest says it could be just a small diet mistake that's keeping you from losing those extra pounds. She's Family Circle health editor Meg Ragland, and she's here to tell us what's setting us back and how we can get back on track. And the first one you say is don't follow the diet that worked for your friend.
I think so many of us fall for this. We see a friend or a relative and you're like, wow, you look great. You've lost 5, 10, 20 pounds. How did you do it? And they tell us about their plan and we think, well, if it worked for them, it must work for me. But that's not necessarily the case. We're all different and different diet plans will work for different people.
And we're back with today's family and whether or not to discipline other people's children.
Very tricky. As a parent, you decide how you want to raise your children, what's right and what's wrong. But what happens if someone disagrees? Is it okay for another adult to step in and discipline your kid?
Now, you remember the line, Amy Poehler's line in Mean Girls, where she said, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. A lot of parents today really sort of, you know, want to be that cool mom, want to be the house where the kids want to come over, so they're a little bit afraid of disciplining other people's children.
For parents, the question of when to introduce your child to the world of credit is a tricky one. Experts say that individualized approach is exactly right.
For a lot of kids, a credit card is sort of a rite of passage, sort of like getting a driver's license, but you don't get a driver's license for your kid just because everybody else has one. It's really about making sure that they are financially responsible and mature enough to handle it.
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill just may be the coolest parents in the world.
Gracie, Maggie, and Audrey may have been excited about the concert, but they may not be thrilled to hear about their dad's plan for their future dates. Tim jokingly told Family Circle magazine in their February issue that once the girls get to dating age, he's gonna punch the nicest guy at their school. The black eye will be a billboard for other boys to stay away.
Cholesterol plays a role in over half of all heart attacks and 20% of strokes. Here to help us break down the numbers is health director for Family Circle, Margaret Ragland. Polyunsaturated fats, monounsaturated fats, you see it on bags of chips even now. What do all those words really mean when you break them down?
Well, that's what we really have to pay attention to is the types of fats that we're eating. And we can break them down into good fats and bad fats. The good ones we should try to eat more of, and the bad ones a little less of.
This morning on Today's Style, shareable wear. Daughters have always raided their mother's closets, but that old tradition has a new twist. Mothers and daughters are now sharing clothing to save money.
Yeah, in a recent Family Circle magazine and eBay shareware competition, a mother and daughter won some big bucks. $3,000, a shopping spree for that. And they get their own photo spread in the magazine. Oh, you guys look terrific. Thank you guys all so much. All right, Constance, thanks. We can't see the prompter.
And for more information on sharing fashions
we're back
to
here.
Save, it's in Family Circle magazine. And we're going to be right back, but first, this is Today on NBC.
Tonight, we're all about cakes and more cakes. And editor-in-chief at Family Circle magazine, Linda No Fears.
My audience of 21 million women are obsessed.
Because on the cover of Family Circle magazine, don't we see desserts all the time?
All the time.
Hey, Guy Fieri here, the Ultimate Recipe Showdown Arena, getting ready for a comfort food face-off.
Did you call my husband and ask him about bacon? Because it is my favorite food.
Tonight, we're grilling up burgers, ready to square off in a 2-round burger blowout.
It all works. It really does. Thought I would hate the melon. Love the melon.
Tonight, it's going to be blazing. We're whipping up 8 of our best hot and spicy recipes.
Boy, I don't know how you did this in a half an hour. If I could convince a Family Circle audience that they could cook a meal like this for their family in half an hour, that's amazing.
I'm jacked because tonight, 4 of America's best home cooks are serving up some diabolical desserts.
Yum.
Tonight's episode is going to be off the hook. we're cooking hometown favorites. You know those down-home American originals that just make your mouth water? So I got an ooh out of you, Linda. Is that an ooh of spice, an ooh of,
It's
oh
an ooh
boy,
of
how do I eat
spice.
it all?
It's an ooh of I want to eat this whole thing, but I don't want to make a huge mess of myself.
And the heat's not too big for you?
Not for me. It's got the spice, it's got the heat, it's got the saltiness.
Is it that good?
It's delicious. This is my kind of food. It's my kind of food.